Hello, my little gem stars. Welcome to your September 2014 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. Just want to remind you to also check out the video for your rising sign if you know it. The combination of the sun and rising sign readings can normally give you a pretty accurate overview of what to expect for the month ahead. Of course, the only way to get a reading for yourself and only for you is to schedule one with me. I do those on Skype. It's $65 for a half an hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address in this video or also below the video in the details section if you want to set up an appointment. It can sometimes take me a few days to get back to you. Just depends on how many people are ahead of you, so please be patient. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Last month I asked for a vote because I used the rune stones instead of the rune cards, and that was the only difference. And the way I cast them, instead of shuffling the cards and dealing them out, I just cast them. But they are the same. It was the same essential reading, honestly. But overwhelmingly so, people voted for the stones. So I am going to continue using those. For those of you who are more comfortable with cards, I will add like one tarot card for each position. So I've never used those in my monthly readings, but just the yearly overview. But we will, hopefully that will be a nice balance. I do use both in my private readings, and they work very harmoniously and very well. So we will do that, and hopefully that will be, marrying the two systems will benefit everyone. So let's take a look, Gemini, and see what may be coming up for you in September of 2014. Okay, let's get our tarot cards here and lay those out. Okay, Gemini, your challenge for the month of September 2014. For a lot of you, there may be, you are dealing with something that is elusive, maybe an illusion, maybe someone who's living in an illusion. For some of you, this may be you, but your challenge is to move away from that. Your challenge is to leave something behind that has been just secretive, or maybe this is a secret you've been keeping and you're uncomfortable with it, and you want to for some of you, maybe this is you've been keeping someone a secret. So, I mean, if this is, or someone who is, and your challenge is maybe to move away from the situation. Maybe someone is not being faithful, and you don't want to, they've shared their secret with you, but it makes you uncomfortable. Or, maybe this is you, and you're trying to move away from that and shift that. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who is, because the moon card reversed is somebody who is not in a stable frame of mind sometimes. So this can be somebody that you just don't want to deal with anymore, or a situation that you feel has gotten a little crazy, and somebody's not seeing things for the way they really are. They're seeing, again, a mask, a mirror, an illusion, and they don't want it shattered, but maybe you do. You're like, you need to come into reality with me. So yeah, you are trying to either move away from someone or a situation like that. If you can't move away from it, you're trying to get them to see reality. There's something someone doesn't want to look at. And Gemini, sometimes this can be you. I always, it'll be different for all of you because there's so many of you. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's something you're not seeing. There's something you don't want to see. But in order for you to move forward, or, move out of a situation, move on from a situation, or maybe literally move to a new home, there's something that you have to face. So this could be maybe you have your heart set on a home and you can't afford it. Or maybe you have your heart set on a person, but they're with someone else and they're never going to leave that person. Or, you know, whatever your illusions are, your challenge is to shatter those in September. And, you know, this can be painful, but until you do this, you're going to stay stuck where you are. Or the person that you're dealing with who is not facing reality is going to stay stuck. And you just may need to get away from this person, like actual distance, physical or metaphorical, you know, maybe both. And, you know, if it's somebody that you can't get away from, you may just be like, I'm not going to talk about this anymore, because we obviously I'm living in reality and you are living in some fantasy world and I can't deal with this right now. I've said everything I can say. You're just not going to see it the way that I need you to see it, or the way that it is. Help that's going to be available to you, though, in the month of September, Gemini, is going to come from a partner. So, I mean, this could be a business partner, someone, you know, someone that you work closely with, or your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. They're going to see your point of view and maybe be just as upset as you are, or just as kind of disturbed as you are. I mean, but they're going to be able to kind of maybe get you to see whatever the positive silver lining is in this situation, or be able to help you and just be like, look, this isn't going to stay this way. Or you know, maybe they're going to have a really good suggestion for how you can deal with this. For some of you, you may be dealing with a child. It may be one of your children who's given you some problems, and they're not acting like your child. It's like they've done a complete turn, and you're like, who is this kid? You're not even acting like the same kid. What's going on? But yeah, I mean, it does seem like, you know, your spouse or someone close to you is going to have advice for you about what this situation is. Some of you may just escape to, you know, whoever, if this is not somebody in your immediate environment. I mean, it could just be that the help that's going to be available to you is kind of escaping from that with your honey, or, you know, with a close friend, and just kind of, you know, just enjoying yourself and not thinking about it when you're away from it. Yeah, don't feed the negativity in September, Gemini. Just get away from it. But I do see a new beginning for you. And it's coming unexpectedly. And it may be something that has been delayed. But there does seem to be something very positive occurring in your sphere. But you weren't even expecting it. It's not something that you expected or were waiting on. So this is not something you were working on. Gemini, for some of you, this could be a pregnancy. And it may be a little bit at first, we were using birth control. What happened? So Gemini, if you don't want to get pregnant in September, you know, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard, I didn't think I could get pregnant. Even so, I mean, you know, but here I am pregnant. I mean, you just never know. When a soul wants to come in, they're going to come in. But I mean, you know, you can at least take steps to prevent it. So, you know, if that door is closed, maybe they'll circle around somebody else. Or maybe they'll just be like, okay, they don't want me right now. I'll have to come back later. I'll come back and check and see if the door's unlocked later. So yeah, Gemini, be careful in September if you don't want to get pregnant. But for this can also just mean something very fortunate, you know, something beneficial starting. And it kind of catches you off guard, Gemini. I mean, this could be something as small as somebody just, you know, being super uber nice to you, or you know, maybe it's somebody maybe it's this person coming around, whoever this was, who was, you know, not being so you know, aware of their surroundings, not seeing your point of view. Maybe they come around, but yeah, there's something that's been delayed or kind of caught up that maybe you'd given up on, that's going to come to fruition in September. For those of you trying to get pregnant, go for it. I mean, you got some really good cards and runes here for pregnancy. Absolutely. And especially if you've been trying for a while and haven't been able to make this happen, you could conceive in September. What can't be changed is that something that was in limbo, or a relationship that may have been in limbo, is going to come out of that state, but it's not going to be in a satisfying way. You're going to be disappointed with kind of the way it continues. So, I mean, it could be, maybe it's something that you thought was out of limbo. Maybe you thought it was something that was finally moving forward, but it's still a disappointment to you. Or maybe something happens that it's like, okay, well now we're back to square one. You know, I'm sorry to have to tell you that, Gemini, but it's all part of the process. It's all part of the larger picture, part of your path. You know, this is happening to tell you, okay, well, let's consider another alternative, because maybe another alternative that you haven't considered is better. Maybe it's a quicker path to your goal. So yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, maybe it's just a disappointment, but just realize that it's not, you know, it's not anything you've done though. Gemini, I don't feel like it's anything you've done. It's just kind of, you know, maybe other people screw something up, or, you know, maybe other people are the ones dropping the ball, or not being supportive, or not cooperating, just being overall difficult. And again, this can be going back if you have children. You know, maybe this is a child that's just being difficult, maybe rebellious if you have teenagers or tweens. So yeah, and you may think that you've finally gotten through to this person, or maybe you finally changed the situation for the better, and then find that, you know, now we're back to square one. It didn't work out, or maybe you thought you'd moved on from being kind of caught in the middle, or again, in limbo with the Hanged Man. And you've tried to see things from every perspective, but now I mean, that's still not good enough, or somebody acts like that's still not good enough, or you know, it's not moving forward in a more positive way. It's still kind of the same. And that's a disappointment to you. But the great thing is, Gemini, in September, towards the end of September, there's, again, with this unexpected, something unexpected that causes you to celebrate. I mean, you're really excited about whatever this is. So, you know, and maybe you're invited to a celebration. Maybe two of your friends, or, you know, a couple that you're friends with have decided to get married, or maybe your child has decided to get married. You know, and you're excited about it. Maybe you find out you're going to have a grandchild or a child, and, you know, so some of you may find out that you are pregnant in September. And I think Geminis, even those of you who, for the most part, who have an unexpected pregnancy, after you think about it and see it in a new way, again with the Hanged Man, it will be a cause for celebration for you. With the Ten of Cups, I mean, you know, there's no other way to interpret that. That is contentment, joy, emotional fulfillment, people coming together, you know, and feeling supported, feeling loved, knowing, you know, that you have people that are there for you. And, you know, so and normally when I see this, I feel like, you know, all the people that you love are in the same place. You all come together for a celebration. You all come together to, you know, recognize an achievement or an event. You know, but again, this is unknown to you why. So, or it's a surprise. It's out of your hands, whatever it is, out of your control. So that's what I see for September, Gemini, is, yeah, I mean, you're dealing with somebody or a situation where, I mean, it's just, it's kind of oddball is the word that comes to mind. Oddball to you. You know, you're dealing, it's a new experience in some ways. You're like, I have never ever had to deal with a situation like this. I have never ever dealt with a person like you in my life before. I don't even understand. I don't even know how to begin to understand you. So somebody really is kind of throwing you for a loop here, Gemini. But again, the month ends by month's end, there's an awesome surprise or celebration, reason to celebrate in the offing. And, you know, it's something that, it's a gift. It's honestly a gift for you. And I mean, I got 4 indications here of a gift, a surprise gift coming to you, Gemini. So I'm really kind of wishing I was a Gemini for September. Post up in the comments, let me know how this pans out for you, and let me know what the gift was, what the celebration was. If the gift is a baby or an engagement ring, let me know, Gemini. And I'll be back here in October to let you know what is going on for Halloween. So until then, have a great month.